To get a win at the London Olympic Stadium. My players are Chelsea in a win in a very, very long time. If you look at Chelsea in the last few days, any hours, any the preparation towards the game, see quality. Let me tell you something. Say, watch a game here. Maybe you don't understand the quality of Enzo Maresca. And this game was won 3 different ways in Chelsea winning our game at the London Olympic Stadium. For context sake, not Chelsea encore away to the London Olympic Stadium to go and win in a very, very long time. In fact, in the conversation of away games that Chelsea are winning in recent times, it is away at the Molineux, away at the Vitality, and then now away at the London Olympic Stadium. And I'm saying it and I'm saying it again. Chelsea used to struggle for games. Games the Chelsea away last season. Chelsea lose to Maresca to concede penalty. And I told you in the pre-match analysis that this is going to be a game where Chelsea will do a lot of things, a lot of tweaks. Osha may post my pre-match analysis now. May catch you exactly how Chelsea were going to play. And exactly the same thing did pan out in how Chelsea played in there. But there were 3 different tactical ways that Enzo Maresca beat my friend of Westham United in this game to make sure that Chelsea will go on and then have the 3 maximum points. It means that as it stands now, since that loss at home to Manchester City, Chelsea ain't lose any game because now it's about replicating the same form it will fear against Brighton, against the other team. I can't be shimmy. Easy. Aha, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. It's imperative. So subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. Do it now. My catch said now every time all of the videos there is going to be the link to the Fiifi-Manfred WhatsApp channel, your betting WhatsApp channel. Open all the betting out. So if you watch the games, you stick in there. Don't edit those bets. No, I intentionally take my time and I do them for you. May edit it. Just tap on it and then stick the bet in there on Betway. It's exclusively on Betway. Fiifi-Manfred WhatsApp channel. No, I'll put a link in the description. Go there, tap on it, join the WhatsApp. Unmute it, then every time be a WhatsApp link be able to a betting link be able to know you have it already. I've posted for any games double chance. I've posted for over 1 point. I've posted for running and so you can go in there, watch it and watch the analysis. Now let us get straight into the analysis. See, when Enzo Maresca left, one of the things that we heard was what they call the Maresca ball, and people kept on asking questions about what is Maresca ball. Essentially, Mekacho said baby always look at the principle of play, not just baby play agina. And Maresca ball is essentially about ball retention, using the ball to manipulate the opponent to find spaces and play through them. And that's exactly what we have. Now, Chelsea went into this game with the lineup that we expected to have. Tosin Adrebiayo back in the team, Wesley Fofana, Levi Cole, Marco Correa as the back four. Now it was simple. Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo was the midfield double pivot. Cole Palmer ahead of him. On the right hand side, you have Noni Madueke. On the left hand side, Jadon Sancho. Up top in there was Nicolas Jackson. Simple. Now this is where the whole thing got very, very murky. So also Westham United by game with a front 3 and Asasano. Now they played Jay Rodriguez in the middle of the park next to Edson Alvarez and then Lucas Paqueta. Some Martin Chelsea numbers and then 2 almost about 3 very mobile attackers, pacey attackers into about Gerard Bowen to the center, about Mohamed Kudus, and then play Christian Ciso Somerville up top. Now the plan was simple. So we share Somerville 1, Mohamed Kudus, any Bowen. There is one thing that cuts across them. One, the thing that we call the pace of Mukitanti. So open your ball, that's a Chelsea line here very higher. They will play in behind. That's the West Ham game plan. Play in behind and head Chelsea in there. Now, obviously, Chelsea knew say in a game bit say they will have loads of the ball. They would have to press. They would have to counter press. But Makacho said there is something that they call the OOP. That is the out of possession shape for Chelsea. And essentially, the out of possession shape nature say Chelsea any ball now what they have to do. Someone press here, what they have to do. The zonal marking on here, the blocking of passing lanes, the making sure they close down spaces and all of those that they have to do, which is very, very important in the grand scheme of things for a team like Chelsea. So the OOP was excellent. It was very important. Chelsea had to make sure that they had a very good OOP. They had to build on that. They had to grow in that OOP that they have, and it was very important. Now, the first thing Enzo Maresca was to counteract or find an antidote to near Julien Lopetegui playing 3 very mobile attackers who have a lot of pace. So if you look at Chelsea, The rest defense of Moise Caicedo and Marco Correa did not push high. Chelsea's line was very, very deep. It wasn't high because normally you said West Ham's game plan on the attack is going to be transitions. Almost pinching ball, and the reason why no one should check about Jay Rodriguez was simple is to make sure that Rodriguez a penny ball on Fiifi-Manfred. He will go long into the sideways, either to Crescencio Samaville or to Abrante friend Mohamed Kudus. Then isolate them 1v1, quick pacey, get in behind Chelsea and probably get a goal. Then they will sit back and head Chelsea. Then after that, they can use Abrante friend Mikel Antonio, because once you're West Ham United, usually what they do is that they go with an outlet under David Moyes and with Mikel Antonio, but this time they went with pace in behind. So the first thing Enzo Maresca was to make sure say Chelsea's line was very, 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 very deep. Very deep. Tosin Adrebi amu pushy high bebre, Levaiko amu pushy high very bebre. You have Abrantia, your friend on the other side. You are going to have Wesley Fofana rather pushing on the other side, and it's going to make sure Chelsea have three men in the Rex defense. Of course, it's Moise Caicedo. Any apprentice friend Marco Correa working hard without the ball. It's a counter press to Enyankoya. Then the team just drop off. Then you make sure say you have a very, very solid debate, which is the OOP. That was the first thing that Chelsea here to drop the line against team and friend West Ham United. Two, the most important thing that Chelsea did was what we call the ball retention. Ball retention. Now, West Ham in all of these decided to press. They decided also to do like what Bournemouth they do to make sure that they were going to be aggressive in their press. They were not going to sit off. They were not going to just go zonal. They were going to be in the faces of Chelsea, push in, press, be aggressive, win the ball very high up the pitch, and make sure that they will turn it over and head Chelsea. So now what Chelsea did was that it was clear, say at the back, because now Chelsea had three ball playing centre backs, not two. So you can have Robert Sanchez coming together. So if you look at the pictures that I'm going to show you over here, first thing that was clear, anytime Chelsea were building up the ball from the back, every time Robert Sanchez was patient. Robert Sanchez himself, he was consistently patient in waiting for the opening and to attract the press. If West Ham sit in a base, they don't go long. They wait for West Ham to come and press. So consistently he will bait the press, and it is something Abrante your friend Levi Cole used to do it very well at Brighton and Hove Albion under Roberto Di Zerbi. Essentially, Roberto Di Zerbi players do it a lot. Where they will bait the press, they will stay on the ball. They will wait for you to come and press. If you come in and you press, then they play the ball ahead of you. And that's something that they did very well in the first half to help in the ball retention of the team. It was something that also tossed in Adrebi so that only when West Ham have pressed, you shifted into one area, there is space in the other zone, then you play the ball into those areas, then you head West Ham. Into Chelsea, first goal on Machina. It was clear. The ball just goes onto the other side. Quickly, you have Jadon Sancho dropping into the middle of the park, Kopa Mamu dropping to come and receive the ball in that area. Then there is opening in the channel for Abrante and Nicolas Jackson. Then he slots the ball in the sea. You need to give a lot of credit to Abrante and Nicolas Jackson. A lot of credit. Last season, our first goal, Nicolas Jackson doesn't score. He doesn't even have the confidence to shoot from there. And Kobe tries to be cutting inside or a shorter. But this is confidence that Nicolas Jackson is growing into the team. The managers understand, and the fact say pressure in that on Kwaso. Now any only Kopa Mankwa, on Mabuna in Kuka Abeshebi, on Mana Pedro to Abeshebi, on Manager Felix Abeshebi, Anna we have Abeshebi. It reduces the pressure on Nicolas Jackson as a player. And he is able to grow into it. He is able to feel it. He is able to get the confidence that is needed up top for him to deliver the sucker punch and the knockout blow anytime that he's playing in games like this, which is very, very, very important. And that's how he got it. Now the second goal is also about the ball retention, which is the second thing that Coach Enzo Maresca here. Now look at the number of times that Chelsea has circulated the ball. The ball essentially goes from the back, comes to the left. Chelsea moves the ball onto the right, onto the left, holds onto the ball, wait for the opening before they finalize that ball in there, and Chelsea got the job that you could tell. It's essentially about what we call the ball retention. Assessment here, Moise Caicedo here. But even before that, the ball came to Enzo Fernandez. He could have played to Nicolas Jackson. He doesn't. Takes the ball back to Moise Caicedo. Then Caicedo plays a one-time pass into the space for Abrante and Nicolas Jackson to go and attack it and hit Tima, your friend West Ham United. Again, another finish where you can talk about the quality of Abrante and Nicolas Jackson. Somebody who doesn't get perturbed, he doesn't get worried. he doesn't get hurt in the game. On your stress, on your force, you're born into you're higher home, you're making sure you're born time. No, he doesn't get worried about all of these things. Once the ball comes to him, or ball with me outside foot, and that is a lot of confidence from branch for Nicolas Jackson. Outside foot, Nicolas Jackson wasn't doing stuff like that. In the first, it is the dropping of the line from Chelsea. Two, it is the fact that Chelsea were excellent in terms of the ball retention job. They were never forced. Some of the ball and some of the pass. But to me, ball now, Maresca said, ball drop pass and as a return pass back to the goalkeeper. Now Marco Correa, ball return pass back to Marco Correa. Now Bonaba in Fiifi-Manfred, then he goes back to Marco Correa. And consistent, you realize that they were growing in what they wanted to do. They were understanding what they wanted to do. And Westham had to change us in the first half. Now, what Julian Lopetegui now realized that he had to do was that take off Abrantia, your friend of Rodriguez, bring on Thomas Schicker to come and cover ground for you, to do the defensive work for you, because Najee Rodriguez was on for the on-the-ball abilities and no winner ball Bimba. Now, what Chelsea again did, which is the third thing, was that to be good in the counter press, and they use Abrantia friend of Marco Correa, there were a lot of rotations in build-up, because in a Westham for rotations, Westham for press, excellent. One, because Enzo Fernandez had come, Enzo will now form the base as number 1 or 6 on him. Then you have Maresca and Marco Correa taking turns to bounce the ball off any of the center backs or any of the goalkeepers. Then the ball now goes to Enzo Fernandez to build up the play and then switch it to any of the attackers or Abrante Feni Cole in between the lines, because now Chelsea had Cole in between the lines, had Enzo Fernandez in between the lines, had Cucurella and Maresca bouncing the ball off them and making sure that they dominate the game in that regard. And in the first half, when I watched this, you could tell that goal at Chelsea saying the second one was purely what you call the Maresca ball. Inverted fullback in Marco Correa coming into the middle of the park, having the ball bounce off Enzo Fernandez, one, retaining possession, being patient, circulating the ball for long, recycle possession, and then the ball gets to Maresca. There is a willing runner in Abrante for Nicolas Jackson in between the lines, plays it into space. Nicolas Jackson, cool, calm, collected, patience, outside foot. Chelsea up by 2-0, and you can tell truly they're up back through and that's the signature move from Chelsea. It's the third man running, breaking down defenses, which is very, very important. And Chelsea did, and then did it better. It was a proper masterclass. So we have a clear idea of Niana Westham for person we are. She saw possible penalty and Chelsea here conceded or a branch of Wesley for fun. They knew that they could beat Chelsea to pace. They could hit Chelsea with pace. So Christian Samaviomo, Embra, and remember running through their channels and hit Chelsea with pace and stuff like that. But Chelsea were good by dropping the defensive line earlier on, making sure they don't press too much. They come into a zonal and a very excellent OOP, and I said the out of possession shape. They had it in there. And by the first half, you could tell the quality of Nicolas Jackson. It looks as if the Jackson finishing, air back in kakra, beautiful goals to Chelsea, air boy for Chelsea. And again, so in the game against Bournemouth, I explained to you what the CCBA, the job of the central centre back. Centre back, now build up in your goals to him. In the first few games, the boy, in the game against Bournemouth in the second half, anyway, a tossing at the boy, and you can tell. Our quality is not just like Levi Cole. Patient, calm, aggressive in the middle of the park, building up from the ball, building up from the back, on the ball, or between the ones and we play out from the back, no BB passes him, no share the passing options, and it was very good in terms of the build up. And again, it's another Westham team that didn't sit back. They came to press and Chelsea found ways to break them down. The personnel was there, the abilities were there, and it's off the match now. In the first half, you will be excited. Second half, you'll be excited. Then you know this Chelsea team, they are playing very well. See, Makani several times. The day I knew, Enzo Maresca, your top coach, was the day he started speaking and then being straightforward, being honest, not mincing words. One can't be as where the Ebeye any short. He was clear. His ideas are clear. The plans are clear. Went straight to work and with all of those things, and he's getting results. When Chelsea wasn't doing well, you give us a lot of hope and stuff like that. That wasn't hope. It's the quality that I saw. There are a lot of things that usually people will not see from miles away. When you're an analyst, you take your time, look between, you see the information there, you see it. You see the quality of the players, you see the quality of the coach. Everything is clear in there, and then you get a job done in there. And Oshe, whilst the game went on, at some point in time, not Chelsea lack of personal, Emmanuel Chelsea City back. It was a ploy. It was a plan to make sure say Chelsea gets in behind it, because Chelsea planned not to press, not to push the line very high. It was if you look at the mobile front three and Westham for the starting game now, the plan was to make sure they get in behind, head Chelsea for the space that Chelsea put in behind. And that penalty that Chelsea nearly considered with on Crescencio Samavill was a clear example of that. So what Enzo Maresca did was spot on, was planned. Don't necessarily press. Allow them have the ball. Let Kudus drop deeper to come and have the ball. Now he has to cover more distance and face you. You can deal with that one better. But so press it too much. Kudus has space. First, so when Shebo Campona, you concede a yellow card. Then throughout the game, you'll be extra cautious in it. We don't want that. Calm down, be patient, grow into it, and then make sure say you get the best out of the game. And it was a spot-on plan. Like I said, 3 main things that Enzo Maresca here to break down and get Chelsea's first win away at the London Olympic Stadium in about 4 or 5 attempts. That is quality from him. One, it's the ball retention, the build-up play and ability, the rotations from the center back, and the fact that he did not take the pace, the bait of pressing very high, dropping the line, and then asking Westham rather to walk into the game, and then they broke them down with a lot of ball retention. That is quality stuff from Chelsea. Good stuff, getting the job done. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. This is where I want to draw the curtain for us here. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. The player from the back has been very, very spot on. Like I said, opens up Chelsea's 1v1 space in there. Felix also in the second half, now for but look at the quality Chelsea get from the second half. Joao Felix receiving the ball in the tight spaces, very good on the half 10, stuff like that. And that is what you get from the resting Cole Palmer, resting Jadon Sancho, resting Nicolas Jackson. No overload in them, no force to play Romeo Lavia, no force to play Malo Gusto. Bring on a Brentford and Axel Disasi to come and defend the box for us when the game is ongoing. And in Kuku, Ese will be at the beginning, everybody was saying Nkuku should start over Jackson. Nkuku should do that. I keep on saying this thing every time. It isn't necessarily about what he does in the box. The whole game goes through him, and you need to give him credit for that. Moise Caicedo was also excellent in that game at Chelsea boy against Westham United. Hi, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing me, and I'm glad to you are seeing the posts and all the things I used to tell you. You get it here on Fiifi-Manfred. And subscribe to the channel and turn